Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How is everyone today? So I am back with one of the most requested recipe. This recipe, as you can see, I am making baklava. As you can see, here I have the pistachios, crushed pistachios, grounded pistachios. I have here butter, sugar, tiny bit of lemon juice, water, and obviously the pastry for the baklava. As you know, there are different types of baklava. Today the one I am making is the Turkish baklava. It is one of the best baklavas you will ever taste. I don't know, there's something about this baklava that I actually love. So as I said, this is the pastry you need. You can make it at home if you want to. That would require a lot of work, but why bother when we have the best pastry? You can buy this, by the way, in Arab shops, Turkish shops, and you might be able to find it in Iranian shops, but I'm not sure. So this is the one that we need, and it's I think 470 gram. We will be using, well, most of it. So this is the pastry. Once you've opened it, as you can see, it is really thin pastry. I mean, this is what we need anyway. See, this is I mean, it's almost impossible to make it at home. So here's the pastry, and the first thing we need to do is, before we start the baklava, the first thing we need to do is make the syrup. So here I have 1 cup of water. I'm gonna add it into a pan. It's on a high heat, and add the sugar. Goes in. And the lemon, just a little bit of lemon, and just stir. Just going to stir this and cook until it's kind of a little bit thickened, but not too much. Just a normal sugar syrup. So I'm gonna let this cook now on a high heat for about 10 minutes. As I said, here I have butter or ghee mixed with oil. It's up to you. You can use butter, or you can use ghee itself, or you can mix with a little bit of oil. I mix with oil. So for this pistachio, this one I've grinded, and this will go inside the layers of the pastry. As for this pistachio, made it into kind of really powderish kind of thing. I'm going to set this aside because this is for garnishing only. I'm not going to use it, so this will be later. So here I have my tray. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this into the tray size. So place the tray on the pastry and just cut it according to your pan. So this is the size of the pan I'm using. So I'm going to do is just cut from here and then here, and use the rest. Will just put it in the freezer and use it some other time. You don't have to throw it away, because there's so many other things that we can make with the leftovers. So now I have the size of my tray. The first thing I'm going to do is brush it with the butter and the oil mix. Brush it all around the tray, lightly. You don't need too much. And then take two, not one, take 2 sheets at a time. 2 sheets at a time, and place it in here. So once you've placed the 2 sheets here, then just brush it with the butter and an oil mix, like that, all around. this dish, as I said, this sweet or dessert, whatever you want to call it, it's very, very delicious, but it's so unhealthy. And try not to change the ghee into olive oil or something, because it's just not gonna work. It has a lots of butter or ghee, and it has lots of sugar in it. So, but once in a while, I think it's okay. Again, this is the second layer. Again, same thing. Coat with the oil and butter, just like that. So with the pastry, you need to split it in half. Half you need to put it down, and then just dab with the oil and butter, and then we put the pistachios in the middle, and then continue with the other half. So this is now my second layer. I'm going to put the third layer. The sugar syrup is now ready. This is the consistency that you'll be looking. So I'm gonna turn the heat off and let it cool completely. So this is halfway through now. I've used half of the pastry. The next thing is now put the pistachios all around. You can also use almond, walnut, it's up to you, but I'm a big fan of pistachios. I just got this great taste to it, and it goes well with the baklava. So just put all this in, all around it, and then we're going to continue with the rest of the pastry, one after another, coating at each 2 layers with the oil and butter. So I have now placed all the rest of the pastry on top. The next thing is to cut into whatever size you would like, and then we're just going to go and bake it. Once you've sliced it, then the final thing to do is take the oil and ghee that's left over and pour it on top. I can imagine your face going you know, with all this butter and ghee, but hey, that's how it's made. And yeah, to get the perfect Turkish baklava, you have to do it this way, unfortunately. But I'm sure if you have a slice or 2, it won't affect your diet. So I've preheated the oven, and this is now ready to be baked. I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees for about 25 minutes to 30 minutes until nicely golden color on top. So guys, the baklava is now baked, as you can see. So as soon as it comes out of the oven, what we're going to do is pour the sugar straight away out of the oven. Sugar goes on top. That. And then leave it for about 15 to 20 minutes to let the the sugar syrup absorb all in. So guys, it's now ready. After about 15 minutes, I left it to absorb the sugar syrup, and it's ready, and the kitchen smells amazing. It is so delicious. I've put a few pieces here, and well, what we're going to do now is try it. I'm going to take and try it for you. It is so delicious. If you don't mind the sugar and the butter and the ghee, go ahead and give it a try. It's really easy to make, as you've seen it, with the simple ingredients, with a few steps, and you will have delicious, homemade, fresh out of the oven Turkish baklava in your own kitchen. And well, if whenever you have a guest, I'm sure when you have guests over, I'm sure they would love it. So give it a try and let me know how it goes for you. Until next time, take care.